Flutter, Happy Dog, Charlie, and Benjaboo. I think Stretch, you know him. He said he would be here. Yellowbird, Kit Lane. I expect them to be here any minute. Anyway, I'm just so appreciative of this wonderful, great world that VR with KR made here, with the out in the hills, the country setting here with the barn and the trees and everything. It's really nice, especially with this night sky and everything. So that's why I thought these mountain mountain and country songs would be appropriate for this setting. So anyway, we get started with a John Denver song. I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountain, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, a teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away, and driving down the road I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road, take me home, country road. Okay, I see some more people showed up. Kevin, welcome. Thank you for making this great world for us to all enjoy. And Dojo, I see Dojo there. A couple other people. Thank you for all being here. This next song actually was written by Bob Dylan. Kind of old Dylan, but maybe not something you ever heard before, because it wasn't really one of his big hits. But it's a song called Time Passes Slowly. Time passes slowly here in the mountains. We walk beside bridges and sit beside fountains, catch the wild fishes that swim in the stream. Time passes slowly when you're lost in a dream. Once I had a sweetheart, she was fine and good looking. We sat in her kitchen and her mama was cooking. We stared out the window to the stars high above. Time passes slowly when you're lost and in love. There's no reason to go in a wagon to town. Ain't no reason to go to the fair. Ain't no reason to go up. Ain't no reason to go down. Ain't no reason to go anywhere at all. Time passes slowly up here in the daylight. We stare straight ahead and try so hard to stay right, like the red rose of summer that blooms in the day. Time passes slowly and fades away. Now, this next song is actually written by a Canadian. I know there's some Canadians of you out there. His name, is Robbie Robertson. I don't know if you've heard of him before or not, but anyway, he wrote this song, and it was made famous by the band. Let me get my pick. When I get off of this mountain, first place I want to go is in the Mississippi River to the Gulf of Mexico. To Lake Charles, Louisiana, little good Bessie girl what I once knew. She told me to come on by if there's anything she could do. Hop on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She mends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Good luck had stung me, to the racetrack I did go. She bet on a horse to win, and I bet on another to show. Odds were in my favor, I had him 5-1. When the nag to win came around the track, sure enough he had won. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She mends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. I took all my winnings and I gave my little Bessie half. She tore it up and blew it in my face just for a laugh. Now there's one thing in this whole wide world I sure would like to see. That's when that little love of mine dips a donut in my tea. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She mends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Now it's flooding out in California and up north it's freezing cold. And this living on the road is getting mighty old. So I guess I'll call up my big mama and tell her I'll be rolling in. But you know deep down I'm tempted to go see my Bessie again. Up on Cripple Creek she sends me if I spring a leak. She mends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Oh, 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 lo, 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 oh, 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 lo, 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 oh, 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 lo, lo, lo. Yeah, kind of hard to clap with controllers, right? Okay. Now this next song was written by yours truly. And it also talks about the country. Many years ago, I was just a boy, listening to a song on the radio. A plain and simple tune, a peaceful melody. How I love to hear that music flow. A song can take you to a place you've never seen. Rocky Mountain high or a valley so low. Plain and simple tune, strummed on an old guitar. It's a song once you learn, you'll always know. A simple song makes you feel good. Can't go wrong with an easy sound. The words can take you back to your home up in the country. The song can lift you up when you're feeling down. Many years have passed, now that I am grown. I find that my life is always on the go. When it goes too fast, I recall that harmony. And I go back to the good times that I know. You don't need a brand new car, it ain't very far. Take you to the place where you belong. It won't cost a dime to change your state of mind. All you really need is a simple song. Simple song makes you feel good. Can't go wrong with an easy sound. The words can take you back to your home up in the country. Song can lift you up when you're feeling down. Many years ago, I was just a boy, listening to a song on the radio. All right, I'm gonna take a little drink. To wet my whistle. Okay. This next song was written by a friend of mine by the name of Ed Mahonen. Him and his wife, Ed and Robin, by Eddie and Uncle Eddie and Robin, they live down in St. Augustine, Florida right now. But Ed and I both actually lived in West Virginia. That's where we came from before I moved down to North Carolina and he moved down to Florida. We played together many times up there. He's a good friend of mine, good banjo player. And so he wrote this next song. It's called West Virginia Farm. And West Virginia Farm on the Hill. He actually lived on a hill in West Virginia, out in the county. I lived in the city. But anyway, I'd like to play his song for you now. Well, the first thing I remember was a little backwoods farm on a hill in West Virginia, far away. And I remember all the money that we never seemed to have, and the work that filled my childhood days. But the days were always sunny, and the house was always warm, and the stranger was always welcome at our door. We had all the skies above, we had fun and we had love, and we never even knew that we were poor. Now my daddy was a farmer, he loved to work the land. He loved living life wild and free. And the days were hard and long, he was tough and he was strong. And when he passed away, he left the place to me. And I wish that life could be that way again, when the family lived together and your neighbor was your friend. And the memory of a better life is pulling at me still. And I wish I could go back to my West Virginia farm on the hill. But I had to get a job driving school bus, and I had to get a job down at the mill. Now the multiflora rose is the only thing that grows on my West Virginia farm on the hill. Now this life could be that way again, when the family was together and your neighbor was your friend. The memory of a better life is pulling at me still, and I wish I could go back to my West Virginia farm on the hill. Now I'm driving down the road, looking for another job, looking for another place that I can be. 'Cause it's hard to make a living when there isn't any work, and a man must feed his family. But they closed down all the coal mines, they tore up the railroad tracks. Nobody's making steel down at the mill. Now it's gonna hurt like hell, but I'm gonna have to sell my West Virginia farm on the hill. And I wish that life could be that way again, when the family worked together and your neighbor was your friend. The memory of a better life is pulling at me still, and I wish I could go back to my West Virginia farm on the hill. West Virginia farm on the hill. Now this next song, I got a capo. I got to capo it up a little bit here. And see this moon, this big bright moon over my left shoulder over here. And this song is another song written by Bob Dylan. I like Dylan. And it's just called Moonlight. The seasons, they are turning. My poor heart is yearning to hear again songbird's sweet melodious tone. Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? The dusky light of day is losing orchids, poppies, black-eyed Susan, the earth and sky that melts the flesh and bone. Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? The air is thick and heavy all along the levee, where the geese into the countryside have flown. Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? I'm preaching peace and harmony, the blessings of tranquility. I know when time is right to strike. I take you across the river, dear. You've no need to linger here. I know the kinds of things you like. Clouds are turning crimson, leaves fall from the limbs, and branches cast their shadows on the stone. Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? The boulevard, cypress trees, the masquerade of birds and bees, petals pink and white, the wind has blown. Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? I'm trailing moss and misty clove, the purple blossoms soft as snow. My tears keep flowing to the sea. Doctor, lawyer, engine chief takes a thief to catch a thief. For whom does a bell toll? Love tolls for you and me. Blood is coursing through my palms. Sharp hills are rising from yellow fields where twisted oaks have grown. Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? Won't you meet me out in the moonlight alone? Okay. This next song is a John Prine song. I've played John Prine songs for some of you before. Looks like some people like John Prine out there. Anyway, this one is about going to the country also. She was a level-headed dancer, On the way to alcohol, I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke. Yeah, she gave me a peck on the back of the neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find peace of mind on your own. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, 'cause I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the barroom and she did the hoochie coo, singing her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find peace of mind on your own. Well, I was getting hungry, so I went to leave that place. Just as I was leaving, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. Since that day, we're living our way, and here is the reason why. We blew up our TV, we threw away our paper, moved to the country, build us a home, had a lot of children, fed on peaches, they all found peace of mind on their own. The name of that song is, for some reason, Spanish Pipe Dream. I don't know why, because it has nothing to do with Spanish or pipe dreams. Anyway, that's John Prine. Well, I'm come close to the end of this concert, and I'm going to end it with this song, another Bob Dylan song. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. You see, for me, if she's wearing a coat so warm, sorry. If you go where the snowflakes storm and the rivers freeze, when the summer ends, see for me if she's wearing a coat so warm to keep her from the howling wind. See for me if her hair hangs long, if it falls all down her breast. Please see for me if her hair hangs long. That's the way I remember her best. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. She once was a true love of mine. Okay, that's the concert I prepared for tonight.
Woo!
But I told Stretch, I don't see him here, but I told him if they wanted, I would do an encore.
Yes. Encore, encore.
I don't know if you want an encore song or not.
Please, please, encore.
Some people are saying yes. Okay, so
Encore, encore.
all right, there your encore. So down there, over the hill, you can see a campfire, way over yonder. See that?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us come here in the evening. Whoops. Okay, I got to get back to my guitar. And we hang out there at the campfire, way over yonder. So this last song I'm going to do right now is called Way Over Yonder. It's by Carole King. You heard of Carole King? Way over yonder, there's a land that I know, where we can find shelter from the hunger and cold, and the sweet taste and good life will be easily found way over yonder. That's where I'm bound. I know when we get there, first thing we'll see
What?
is the sun shining golden down on you and me, and the sweet taste and good life will be easily found way over yonder. Thank you. That's where we're bound. Way over yonder, there's a land that I've seen. From a garden of wisdom, in a beautiful dream, sweet taste and good life will be easily found way over yonder. That's where I'm bound. Way over yonder. That's where we're bound. Thank you all for being here. And I'm heading over yonder to the campfire. You can all come on down if you want to. You're invited. We can talk about your day and